We knew it. We knew there would be a point in the year where we just could not. And here it is, late as hell, on Halloween night, and I'm hitting the button to publish the episode so I can go to bed. We recorded this back in April, which is why at one point we talked about the eclipse. But we were feeling really silly, and we had a lot of fun. And now, if you'll excuse me, I need a dark room and my blankie. Welcome to Pitney and Amelia's Bitchen Boutique.
We may be awful, but
we're right.
Oh my god, but I'm so excited. Grocery outlet, 12-pack.
Oh my god, fancy.
$1.99
is that cranberry?
For a 12-pack.
No, strawberry.
No, it's strawberry.
Strawberry Fanta.
But I got 12 packs of Fanta. I got strawberry, grape, and pineapple for $1.99 for a 12-pack.
Oh my god, the ecstasy of pineapple Fanta. Oh
because
my god.
Nobody buys this shit here.
That's true. It's a very Tex-Mex kind of a beverage.
I think I could go on the east side, which is, the Hispanic side of town.
Yeah.
And I could probably get Fanta for, $5.99 12-pack.
Can you get Topo Chico out there?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Good, because Topo Chico is excellent.
Yeah. But $1.99 grocery outlet. So hello.
I mean, grocery outlets. I mean, that just automatically is so glamorous. Oh my god.
Do you have that in Texas? I don't
Never even
remember.
heard of it. Never even heard of it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Never.
It's like Ross, like you never know what you're gonna get.
See,
but they have everything from this to utter gourmet. You do not know, and you gotta get it while it's there. It's
so fabulous. It's like Overstock.com, but for food.
But for food.
See, that's kind of what like Big Lots used to be. Like their grocery area was like shit that somebody tried, didn't really work out, and now they have a shit ton of these weird cookies or something.
Oh yeah, it's when you're here in August, we'll go to grocery outlet.
Oh my god!
And you can ship a big box of weird shit home.
Oh my god! And we'll totally be drinking it in the hotel room. Absolutely.
Yeah, $1.99 for a 12-pack. That's unheard of for anything
amazing.
Nowadays.
Oh my god! They do have grape Fanta, right?
They do.
Okay.
I did. And grape soda is one of my favorite things in the universe.
It's one of those like special treat things.
Utterly impossible to find here.
Oh, that's so sad.
I cannot find it.
God damn it.
Again, I'm sure if I went to like the Hispanic markets, I bet they would have it.
Oh my god.
So I need to venture out. Because I want to go to those markets anyway.
Yes, shit.
I want to go to the Hispanic markets anyway because I'm sure there's so much shit that I want to buy.
You want to get to those? You want to go to the Asian markets? You want to go to all of those? I miss what was it called? S&J or something? That was on Riverside. You remember it? Where we used to go get shit tons of Pocky and those panda crackers.
Oh, yeah.
Where you used to buy things like giant dried squid.
Yes, I do remember that. And you remember my fabulous big Japanese store, Yauhan, that I used to come and buy my Lindbergh CDs
Oh,
at?
yeah. Yeah.
It was at Saratoga Avenue and 280.
Oh, my God.
Gone for years.
No.
It's so sad.
Fuck, man. There's got to be something that took its place somewhere. Although the internet kind of took its place, I guess.
There is, but remember, that's where I would go to get my Lindbergh music.
Because you could not get it anywhere in this country.
Because, that was it. I had to get it here or in San Francisco.
You had to go where Japanese people went.
Yeah.
Shit.
So when you come, we'll do, we're going to have a day out exploring anyway.
Yes.
But we will explore weird ethnic food and let's plan on you sending a big box of weird food shit home.
Oh my God. Do you think I can send an entire round table pizza home?
I know. Shit. You could bring it on the plane as lunch. You know.
From my old neighborhood round table pizza down on the south side.
You could bring it home for lunch and bring some home to Ophelia now.
Oh my God. And it'll be just like when I took him to White Castle when we were in Louisville, when I took him to meet my grandmother, like 6 months before she died. And then we were leaving Louisville to go to Lexington, and I told him, I cannot leave Louisville without stopping by a White Castle, because I know where the White Castle is here, and I don't know offhand if there's one in Lexington, so we have to go to White Castle. And as long as he'd known me, I'd been singing the praises of White Castle.
Yeah.
And I bought a big old bag of White Castles, and we sat in the parking lot, and we were eating them, and I was in ecstasy, and he was like...
Oh, fabulous.
He goes, it's like a burger with nothing on it. And I'm like, there's a pickle.
Right.
There's like onioniness and a slice of not exactly dill pickle, like a pickle like you've never had before. And he's like, I don't understand. I'm like, it's White Castle. That's what it is.
The only thing I know about White Castle, and I don't even remember exactly what it is, but it's some reference from the Rocky Horror audience participation album when somehow they mention White Castle. That's my only reference to White Castle burgers.
I don't
something
remember
on the
that.
Rocky Horror participation album.
Oh shit. I don't remember that at all.
And I'll be damned if I can remember.
Maybe it was because I knew what White Castle was that it didn't seem weird to me.
Yeah, but I'll be damned if I can remember.
Maybe it's when they see the house? Like when the lightning strikes?
Yeah, I really don't remember.
Oh, God. Well, we're talking like we're already talking, and it's not even time. We're not even starting yet. But I'm gonna put this in the show anyway, because...
I was gonna say, we can totally put this in the show.
Yes.
Movies are bombing all over the country. They are posing as movies you already know. They may be in your theaters, your neighbor's home, or even your own.
Why are you doing that voice?
I don't know. I thought it made me sound cool.
It doesn't.
I'm Jason Bishop, host of the Invasion of the Remake podcast, with co-hosts Sam Stepanenko and Trish Coughlin. Join us each week as we rotate talking about your favorite films and their not-so-favorite remakes.
We'll also dig deep to find forgotten films that we think are more worthy of remaking, complete with our own fantasy casting.
You can get all 130 episodes and counting on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play Music, TuneIn, Radio, Player FM, and all the best podcast providers, even
frickin' YouTube.
For the low, low price of absolutely nothing. Join the invasion. Subscribe today.
Or we'll blow up your planet.
So let's do an official start. We'll do an official start.
Okay.
Oh my God. Or maybe that could be the beginning of the show, but we're not even. We're just all over the place right now. We're all over the fucking place.
Yeah, this is our weird bullshit episode to just talk about shit that's going on with us and what's in our mind.
Because we weren't going to do this. We had a plan. We had the year mapped out. We had plans.
People hunger for what's going on in our minds.
Do they? I don't know. I don't know.
They do.
For all the people who say they want more stories from the past, there's going to be people who are like, "Why are you only telling stories from the past? We can't please you people." But anyway, but the problem
500 emails a week from people begging us to do.
I find that very hard.
Stream of consciousness.
Well, what's the problem? The problem is that this year the way we has made me, anyway, I know for sure, made me realize how much I rely on this show for just getting shit out.
Yeah.
Just getting shit out of my system. Like, things happen in my life and I have to share it because it's so stupid. And then if we're not doing shows where we're talking about whatever just happened, I could tell you, but it's not the same as telling you on the show.
Yeah.
So in recent weeks, I've been, because we started talking about, like, I'm dying, we have to do something. We have to record something.
Yeah.
And so we have no idea. I do want to make this clear to whoever's listening whenever you're hearing this. We have no idea when we're posting this. We're recording it, what is this, April?
Like April 18th.
Yes, okay. Yeah. April 18th was, like, a couple days ago was when we just sort of lost our minds and we're like, no, we have to. When can we record this?
And this may not even go out as a whole thing. It may just be bits and pieces.
It's possible.
Who knows?
It's possible.
Who knows?
We'll see. You know, if we have, like, a really short episode somewhere, we might just stick, you know, something about Fanta, about how glorious Fanta is. Yeah. But
yes.
We don't have an episode planned for food yet, do we? I don't remember. Anyway, but no, some of these things are, they seem like sort of time sensitive or whatever, but y'all will figure it out. We'll tell.
Yeah,
we just told you what the date is, and y'all will know what we're talking about. My stuff isn't particularly time sensitive, but it all just happened. And you've got some eclipsey things.
Well, yeah, it's kind of time sensitive, but it's just more.
It's just a story.
Yeah,
it just happened to be about the eclipse.
Anecdotally time sensitive. Does that make sense? Yeah, so I went, well, as you well know, because I didn't get to see you.
Yes.
When I was just in Texas, but it's not like I was close.
I know, and I told you to not even try, because there was no point.
3.5 hours from you. So yeah, that's not close. Convenient.
No.
But I went out to the Eclipse.
Oh God,
Festival,
is that what they called it?
Which is the Kerrville Folk Festival's eclipse special thing.
The ranch where they have the festival Kerrville was in the zone of totality, as was Fredericksburg and, like, the west side of Austin, which I'm on the east side of Austin, but that's basically totality. Straight up, like a diagonal line up Texas, up through Indiana and everything else. But all these little towns in Texas in particular were getting bombarded with people. Like, you guys were, if I remember right, when you were first telling me you were going, like, the people organizing that at the ranch were saying, bring all your shit in because you won't be able to go into town to get stuff.
Oh, it was so fucking ridiculous. And do you know how much of that happened? None at all.
The town wasn't full?
No.
Well, maybe it's because they told people not to go out on the roads. Because I know
the park was crowded. Okay, so the city of Kerrville.
Yeah, but you were in the park. You couldn't see the city. You were in the.
I was there in the city the day before totality.
But that's the day before.
And they were saying, "Oh, don't make sure you stay in your hotel and don't go to the grocery store and there's gonna be no gas and no water and no food and no beer and oh my God, get stuff from out of town."
Well, you know how people around here are when there's a chance they might not get stuff and they go out and they hoard shit.
I know.
Like, if it's gonna get down to freezing, everyone goes and buys all the bottled water for no reason.
Oh, everybody! It was fucking ridiculous. There was not. I had people that I talked to people that literally left 2 hours after totality from Kerrville and went back to San Antonio. Like, there was no traffic at all. That is how overblown it fucking was. There was nobody on the fucking road.
But I'm telling you, they were telling people to not be on the road.
Oh, yeah.
Because they didn't want everyone to be on the road, and then some sort of emergency happened, and then emergency services can't get somewhere because everyone's out on the road.
Yeah, but as far
because
as, like, all
people
the
would
tourists,
just pull off the side of the road
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I'm going to be driving the whole time. I mean, there were cars driving by here, but during the eclipse itself,
Yeah.
there was no movement of any kind. And I was like, all those people who were in their cars, you know, there's so many people who could have driven by at any moment. And it's like, they had to have pulled off the road.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense for there to be no, like 2 minutes ago, there were cars going by and now there's nothing.
People are going to line the roads to watch the eclipse. None of that happened. Now, it would have had the weather been clear.
Well, the weather was pretty shitty. I mean, the temperature was kind of okay. It was humid here. And, oh, did you hear about the day after the eclipse that Amazon sent out, like, little alerts that, hey, if you bought eclipse viewing glasses from us, they might not have actually been properly
Oh,
made.
I did read something about that, yeah.
And it's like, I'm so glad I didn't even bother. Like, I've never had eclipse viewing glasses in my life. And I could have gotten them from the Sonic, but what was the point? Because I wasn't going to use them. But
now, I will say, though, when I got to see, when I say I saw all of it, but I didn't get to see all of it.
All the leading up and all the ending.
But I could see all of it, because you would look up and you could see it, and then clouds would cover it, and then they'd go by. And that was actually kind of cool, because you could see it, and then the clouds would go and cover it, and then go.
But when it was total, it was uncovered, right? For you.
For part of it.
Well, if you saw any of it, you saw way more than I did.
Oh, yeah. For part of it, we could see it, and it was cool. It got as black as midnight for over 4 minutes. It was really awesome.
See, I would have really enjoyed it getting really dark. It was 9 o'clock at night during the summer darkness.
Oh, yeah.
It was, the sun is almost down and it's cloudy. That's what it looked like. It was like, okay, night is coming, but it ain't here. Plus, I also have those unbelievably bright streetlights that all came on. And all the roosters were crowing because they didn't know what time it was.
Yeah, but it was cool. It was really dark, and I was surprised. I did not expect this at all, like how emotionally moving it was for me.
Yeah.
Like, I literally broke down in tears.
My dad said he said it was almost emotional for him.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't expect this to make me cry. It was just so awesome. But I think part of it too is I was camping with some of my pagan friends.
Yeah. And
we had cast a circle at noon.
Okay.
In preparation, because I think the eclipse actually started at 12:23, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think the first transit starts at around then,
And so we were in circle, and we had been doing, chanting and circle cast stuff.
Right.
And we had, pulled tarot cards, and you know what I mean?
Did you keep going till, 2:30, 3 o'clock? Did you keep it going?
As soon as totality was over, we did not open circle, but then we definitely got more relaxed about it.
Yeah.
Because totality didn't happen till 1:40.
Right.
And that's way too fucking long to be meditative, you know?
I don't know. I mean,
At least for us,
the whole thing is the eclipse.
But it was cool, and I remember when it got dark, everybody on the ranch was screaming and hooting and hollering. It was fabulous. It was really, really intense. It was really cool.
And yet, when the darkest it got here, that's when everything went completely silent out here. Complete
Yeah, that's what
silence.
she said, because it was...
Because
Yeah.
I was outside. I mean, I was the only one at this house that was outside. My neighbors on both sides were out back. We were all in our backyards. And they had more than one, they had multiple people standing around. And they were all talking and chatting and whatever. And as it got closer, it got quieter. And then it went dead silent. And that was when no cars were going by. I can usually hear the people on the other side of the road that are on, from like in the other subdivision. I can usually hear when they're outside because of the way the sound travels out here.
Yeah.
It was like a blanket was thrown over. And everything was so quiet. And even though the birds had been freaking out in all the minutes leading up to it, and then they went silent. And the roosters had been making noise, silence, for a couple minutes.
Interesting.
And then the roosters started making noise again, I guess when they sensed the light was coming back. But that was the part that I thought was really, really cool. And it was killing my neck and my head and stuff to be looking up like that. Like if I had like a patio lounger to lay on. Now, had you had
the glasses, you could have seen it through the clouds.
Wait, say that again?
Had you had the eclipse glasses, you could have seen it through the clouds. Because you could see a lot through mild cloud cover.
I wasn't having mild cloud cover. I was having clouds.
That's what it looked like to us, too, but we could see a lot.
So you could actually see where the sun is?
Oh, yeah.
Even though you couldn't see it?
Oh, yeah. The sun was orange, and you could see the moon, and if you looked up, all you could see was brightness and nothing but clouds. But if you had eclipse glasses, you could have totally have seen it, yeah.
And I guess if you had those on, that would have been why everything... Maybe that's part of why it didn't look that dark to me, because I didn't have eclipse glasses on.
Yeah.
Because
I had them off during totality, and it was dark. It was really incredible. And I know there's another one that's going to happen, in 20 years in like fucking Montana or Dakota or something.
I'm not going.
I ain't going to go up there for that. I saw it once. That was enough.
Yeah. I like lunar eclipses better anyway, so, I love lunar eclipses because you can look at them.
Yeah, but it was cool. It was cool.
That's awesome.
And I was so happy to be at Kerrville again. You know.
And then you got home because you were there 4 days.
I was there 6.
6. Oh, that's right. Because you went out a couple days ahead.
Yeah, so I was in my happy place.
Yeah.
But I was definitely ready to come home.
Oh my god. Ooh.
I miss my puppy, I miss my mom, I miss my room, You
miss your bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're not young anymore.
Yeah, and it was the personalities anyway, we'll talk about that privately, but there was a little bit of issues
I know
with
some of that.
Challenging personalities out there that.
Well, yeah.
I was just not engaging with it all, but I was just like, "Oh, please, let's get through this without any drama." Not that I had anything to do with it, because I did not.
No, I know, but you and I have always had that kind of issues where we have different groups of friends from different parts of our life, and they do not mix.
That's exactly what it was. Yes.
I mean, you have friends that I don't want to be around.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And you know exactly who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I have the ability to not be around them, I don't ever want to be around them.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But that doesn't mean that you can't be friends with them. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you can't be friends with them. Oh, my God. Speaking of neighbors, I have been hanging on to a story. Okay, this is, so this story is about me being a fucking idiot. And all that encompasses. So,
but no, okay. Girl, no, because that's usually me.
You're gonna be. This is so the way my brain is so finely tuned for certain things, but regular, ordinary life things do not compute.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so for, I don't know, 6 months? Longer than that, really. I've been keeping an eye out for feeding, having water out for a stray cat. I cannot remember if I've ever mentioned it on the show.
Oh, no, I don't even know if I knew that. Okay.
Okay, I call her baby girl. At first, she was just hanging around the house a lot, and I took a picture of her one day on my driveway. She's usually in the backyard, but sometimes she would be in the front. And one day I was getting into my car, and she just walked up and plopped down on the driveway and just laid down being cute. And I took a picture of her, and I posted it on the group, like the subdivision Facebook group. And I said, look, is this anybody's cat? Because I've been seeing her a lot. She looks kind of skinny. I'm assuming she doesn't belong to anyone, but maybe she does belong to one of you. If she is yours, keep her inside. Because if she keeps showing up in my yard, I'm going to get a trap, and I'm going to trap her, and I'm going to have her fixed.
Yeah.
Because I can tell she's a girl, and little boy cats follow her
and you don't
around.
want to deal with feral kittens.
No, because my sister is the queen of that shit, you know. She has,
I know, and my friend Sarah, the queen of the feral cats. Oh, yeah,
my sister has,
you
know, she has so many cat traps available for use at any moment, you know, that all you got to do is ask, and she's like, where do you need it? I'll take it. Where you know.
Yeah.
She's on the go. She has people, you know, ready to go at any time if a cat needs to be trapped, needs to get fixed, whatever. And so I posted it out there, and then I got a message in my Facebook Messenger, and you know how, like, well, I don't know if you do Facebook on your phone. I do it on my phone mostly. And in Messenger, like, the profile picture is extremely small.
Uh-huh.
But it's just, you know, I'm just seeing, like, a young blonde woman. And I don't recognize her name. Now, I am going to... I will just say, so that I don't say the person's name, I will say that her name is Helen.
Okay.
And Helen, we never talked about where Helen lived. I just figured she contacts me to say that cat's been hanging around in my yard too. And actually not long ago, she said right at the time that she talked to me the first time, she said, actually, I just brought her in because she had kittens in my backyard.
Oh.
And so I just brought her and the kittens in, and I can't keep her because I have allergies. But, like, you know, the kid likes her. So, you know, I'm okay with her being in my backyard, but I really, as soon as I can get all these cats out of my house, I'm keeping them trapped, like, in the laundry room, so I don't get the dander all over my house because I can't handle it.
But I hope was she feeding them and taking care of them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Okay.
Because mama cats are very, very good. They're very good mamas. And so it's like, okay, well then, you know, I was right. She definitely is a girl because I had guessed that she was a girl. And I said, okay, well, I guess that's one litter at least that she's produced. Oh, God. But let's try to see if we can't fix her, you know. And I told her, you know, and I don't know why, you know, she had access to, you know, she was talking about taking the kittens into, like, the animal center, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think she took them to Austin Pets Alive. I don't know. I wasn't involved. But I don't know why she just turned the cat loose again. But she did. You know, once the kitties were out, she had to get her out of her house. So then we had stray cat, my yard and her yard. We started talking on Facebook Messenger about how we should both feed her, at least a little bit. Both make both of our yards very attractive to her, so that she won't go anywhere else. Because we both had kind of gotten attached to her. She's a very pretty cat. She's like a calico. She has beautiful eyes. She's absolutely a pretty cat. And then, winter happened, and I had built a shelter because I have friends who know how to build like cat shelters out of like styrofoam containers and, Rubbermaid boxes and whatever, and, insulate them. And so I had this really thick walled, styrofoam container that my dad had received a shipment of like steaks or some crap. You know how he orders things. So I had this really really thick walled styrofoam container that I put in a place in my back, on my back patio where it was out of the wind and she could get in and out of it very easily. For all I know, I could have been housing a possum or something at some point. Yeah. I don't know. I've never opened it. I've never looked in there. I have weights on top of it to keep the lid down. Anyway, but she was around sometimes. We definitely both were still seeing her. She seemed to be fine. But she'd also been astray for a long time as far as we could tell. And I know this story is getting very long, but you have to understand how long I was in communication with my neighbor Helen.
Well, yeah.
Regarding this cat. Eventually, there was a lot of rain, and somehow she got the cat to come back into her house. She convinced her to come inside, and that was when, she had the trap in her yard for a long time, but she could never get the cat to come in. We had to time the setting of the trap, like she was feeding her in the trap. The way those traps work, you can have the trap not set, like open, but not set to snap.
Oh, yeah.
And you could just keep food, always feed the cat in there, and then
But you have to be there to, like, trigger it?
No, it will trigger itself. You just have, if you set it, then the cat going into it will set it off.
Oh, okay.
And they're a long rectangular box. So the food is all the way down here. The door that snaps is way over here. It's not going to catch the cat. Even if it's a full-grown cat, it's not going to catch it.
But why did she not set it?
Because you can't set it until you're ready to take it to the vet. And so my sister...
Oh, I understand. Oh, okay. Yeah. I get it.
My sister had to have an appointment set. And then, so she has an appointment for, let's say, Tuesday morning. So Monday night, when you put the food out, set the trap. And it's like she would just know to not go there. And I mean, once we got really serious about it, I stopped feeding her at my house. So she was only being fed there. So if she wanted to eat, she needed to go there. Anyway, so let's just jump ahead. So eventually, she talked the cat into coming into her house, and she was like, "I'm just going to keep her here because this whole thing is driving me crazy." And then the Duchess was able to make an appointment, and Bob's your uncle, cat neutered.
Yeah.
She had her surgery. She was sleeping it off for like a week or so in the laundry room over there, and then she released her, and then she started, it was the first thing she wanted to do was come over to my patio and lay on the couch.
And now you have a cat.
No. This is not, that is not what the story is. So I continued to feed her and be nice to her, and I was hoping, because she used to be more skittish, and she and Spike stayed away from each other. When she got fixed, she got very, very chill. She was no longer skittish, and she wanted to make friends with Spike, and Spike is blind and old and is not having it. And her attempts to be
it's funny.
friendly.
I was going to ask you about that. So,
Her attempts to be friendly to Spike were seen by Spike as aggression, and he didn't like it, and Philly got really, really pissed and was like, you need to stop feeding that fucking cat.
Yeah, yeah.
So I sent Helen a message saying...
Helen!
Yes. Saying that I was going to use up the last of the bag that I had open, but that I had bought because, you know, I was trying to get it for as cheap as possible because I was just putting food out in a little dish in the yard. That I have other bags that haven't been opened yet, and they'll just go into the pile for, you know, her to feed her. Time went by. So, like, weekend before last, it was one of those really, like, is it gonna rain or not? The clouds are very big and dark, so it suddenly was, even though it wasn't late enough, it was pitch fucking black here, and I was driving home, and my next door neighbor had her garage open. I swear to God, this is all leading somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I had noticed for several days that the garage had been open a lot, and it looked like she was cleaning out her garage. Now, she and I mostly talk around Halloween because that's when we're both standing in our front yard, and that's when our garage doors are both open, and that's usually when I talk to that neighbor. But as I'm driving by that night, the lights are on in there, and I'm like, oh my God, it's totally cleaned out. Oh my God, she actually cleaned out that garage, because that garage used to be filled with shit. And when I pulled into my driveway, I got out and I walked over there, and I said, I just have to say how impressed I've been with, oh my God, you're cleaning out the garage. But as I walked up, I realized, you put flooring down. Oh my God, there's a TV. And they have an air conditioner now that has a compressor outside. I'm like, what's going on? This looks great. And her daughter and I guess the daughter's husband, I guess son-in-law, and their kid, who have lived there for a while, needed a little more living space because the daughter was about to have another baby. And I looked at her and I went, oh my God. I looked at the daughter and I was like, I couldn't even see that you were pregnant. I had no idea. And because the baby was so small, the doctor wanted to, like, induce and get the baby out so the baby could start eating real food and growing and gaining weight, because she's a tiny person and she barely looked pregnant, but her due date was like any minute now, and I'm like, holy shit. So while we're talking, we're just standing there talking about babies and whatever, and then my neighbor goes, how's your sister doing? And in the back of my head, here's the thing. I thought she was thinking that our friend Sella, who's been on the show before, who comes over on Halloween to help me, I thought for a second that she thought that was my sister, and I said, you mean the one that comes over on Halloween? She goes, no, the tall one, the one with the cats. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Oh no. Oh no.
My next door neighbor is named Helen.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that. I've known that for years. She's my next door neighbor, Helen.
Yeah.
What I didn't know, it didn't even occur to me that the Helen I'd been talking to for all those months about the cat lived next door to me.
Oh.
The whole time that I was coordinating with this stranger who lived somewhere on my street, lived right there on the corner, and Pitney sees me pointing. He knows exactly what house I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's Helen, my neighbor. And as she goes, the tall one, the one with the cats. And in the back of my head, my brain is spinning and screaming.
Yeah.
And I have to very coolly just be like, oh, no, she's fine. Yeah, everything's great. And pretend like I totally knew it was her the whole time. because I just thought I had two completely separate neighbors named Helen.
Who you hiding from, Helen?
Right? And I immediately went back into my Facebook Messenger app. And I go, and I'm like, see, young blonde woman. That's not a young blonde woman. And I click on it. When you look at it in full size, oh, that's not a young blonde woman. That is a gray-haired woman with her hair down. I never see her with her hair down. And also, she's using a filter, so she doesn't look... I mean, Helen looks like me. She's got gray hair that's always twisted into a weird, messy bun or a ponytail. She's always wearing her slopping around the house clothes. Flat, just walking around in her driveway with her tits hanging out. That's Helen.
Oh, no.
I'm an idiot. I came in and I told Philionel, and he was like, what have you been saying to that woman that you didn't know lived next door to you? And I'm like, I'm going to go back through the entire conversation. Luckily, I never said anything stupid, but I came very, very close in recent weeks when I told her I was going to stop feeding the cat to say, I want to bring you these extra bags of food. Which house is yours? I nearly said that, but I didn't, thank God, because I am a fucking idiot. I'm an idiot.
Oh my God.
I'm an idiot. Oh, Helen. Helen. So, yes.
The reviews couldn't have been that bad.
God damn it.
The Bitchen Boutique.
Yes.
I think we need to give them a thing, Spike. We can give them a drop that they could plan out their
Yes,
shows.
I think we've got to find some time and get time to do that.
Right now. I think we should do it right now. Look, I'll show you how easy it is, Spike. Watch this. I'm just going to do it live.
Okay, do it live.
Like that bloke screams. I'm just going to do it live. Watch this. Hi, this is Dr. Dan from the Two Skeptical... I can't do it now. Look, I can't speak. Too much pressure. I'll try again. Take 52. Hi, this is Dr. Dan from the Two Skeptical Chaps podcast, and you are listening to the most bitchin' boutique. See? That was easy, wasn't it?
Okay.
They could send us one, we could play it in ours.
Yeah.
Right, you do it.
Yeah.
Right,
What do you want me to say?
Whatever comes to mind.
Hi, this is Spike from the Two Skeptical Chaps podcast, who ain't no bitch, but you're listening to the Bitchen Boutique.
Oh, that was good. I hope they use that. Let's see if they cut it and put it in their next show.
Diplomatic community.
Speaking of Helen, though,
Yes.
when I was at Kerrville, the woman that I bought with the Fabulous Steve, the silver lame Helen Lawson pants, she was there and she remembered me.
You bought those pants at Kerrville?
I bought them at Kerrville.
Oh my God.
From this woman that sells vintage clothing at the main theater.
Holy fuck.
And she remembered me.
Does she know that those pants are the Helen Lawson pants?
Oh, yeah, because
You put them on and strutted around and started doing dialogue?
repeatedly went after her to try to get... Because I don't remember how much they were. I think they were like $45. I mean, they're really fucking expensive.
I mean,
for
but
what
they're
they
really
were.
fucking fabulous pants.
Yeah. And me and Steve, the Fabulous Steve...
Yes.
We would act out the scene for this woman.
The bathroom scene with the ripping her wig off?
Yes.
Oh my God,
To
yes.
try to get me a discount on those pants because I wanted them so bad.
Like, how many times do I have to do this dialogue for you to give me a discount?
And she never did, and I finally fucking bought them. And of course, I went up in my silver pants, and you know.
Yes, you
well,
had to wear
that's a
this
switch
one.
from the fact you're usually stuck with, you know. And she
Goodbye,
loved it.
kitty.
And she remembered me.
Oh my God.
And when I went up to her and I was like, do you remember me with the Helen Lawson pants? And she just started laughing. She's like, oh, I remember you, and I remember those pants.
Oh my God. It's too
And
bad
I
they
said,
didn't
"Girl,"
have the matching jacket.
And I said, girl, I have those pants here.
You brought them? Oh, like just
Yes.
to wear did you wear them during the eclipse?
I will wear them up for you tomorrow night. And
Fuck
I did.
yes.
And I
Fuck
did.
yes. What did
And
you
I
wear
went
on
up
top?
to her and I struck a pose and I said, who you hiding from, Helen?
What did you wear with them? What shirt could you possibly
I
wear?
wore my Liberace shirt that you bought me.
Oh, the Liberace with his poodle?
Yes, I wore the
Yes.
Liberace shirt that you bought me with those pants. Yes, I did.
Oh my God. Oh, Liberace wishes he
And
had those
she
pants.
just laughed and laughed. She totally remembered me.
Oh my God.
Well, how can anyone forget me?
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
it's hard. It's hard to do.
I mean, like back in the day.
For
when
better
you still
or
had,
worse,
like, your
it's
mesh-
hard to forget me.
Because you used to have like a black mesh, sleeveless.
Oh, I fucking loved that.
Because you used to wear that with your
top.
little hot pants, with your little
Yes.
girls' hot pants. That would look good with the Helen Lawson.
I fucking loved that top. Oh God, I couldn't even get it over my chest now. But
Oh my God.
God damn it. Well, that was back when I wore a little girl size 12.
Yeah, that was back before the day that you were so fucking upset and horrified that you were going to have to possibly go up to a 30 waist jeans because you weren't going to
Yes.
fit in your 28s anymore.
Yes.
And I was like, shut the fuck up.
I know, but I used to be able to buy like these slutty little girls' clothes from Ross and fit into them for my drag.
Well, they weren't slutty on little girls.
But they were on me.
They were on you because they were little shorty shorts meant for like a 6th grader. I mean, you should see some of the stuff the kids wear now. You should get a Temu
I loved
account.
those shorts.
Oh
I
my
wish I
God.
still had them, but I do have pictures of me in them.
Yes, you do. And I think I think one of the pictures I have of you in them, I think you're wearing the mesh shirt.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I fucking loved that shirt, and I remember I got that shirt from my friend Anne, who I was really good friends with in Santa Cruz, who I lost track of, but I'd love
yeah.
to see her again. But she gave that to me because it was a little too small for her, and I wore it, and she was so thrilled.
And you were like, fuck yes.
and she always
It
used
was
to dress
almost
in like,
a little too butch for you.
yeah, but
Almost.
she would always dress like vintage and lace and everything. And I remember my mom loved her, and my mom used to call her Little Bo Peep.
Oh my God, it's so hard for me to not break into the Little Bo Peep song right now.
Oh God! Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that, but yes.
Someday.
Oh,
Someday I'll
God.
have the Little Bo Peep dress.
Oh my God!
From
I
Fairy
remember.
Tales.
Remember that asshole Kai?
Oh God. We could do a whole episode about what an asshole he
I
was.
remember that asshole Kai. I remember showing that video clip to him.
From the great movie Fairy Tales, which I think we talked about in a recent
Yeah,
episode.
oh
Yes.
yeah.
It comes up a
And
lot.
just being hysterical with laughter.
She was
And that
amazing.
asshole Kai said, I don't know what you're laughing about. Her singing isn't that bad. And I was just like...
It's not bad singing, it's just a different kind of
Yeah, and
singing.
it's like, you know, I don't remember what I said, but I remember thinking, like, you fucking asshole, it's really fucking terrible, and you're just an asshole, right?
I never realized until right now he was like the reincarnation of Verity Noslin in a dude.
Don't you remember I threw him out of my house one time because he pissed me off so bad?
And he had the nerve to be shocked that you didn't, when you told him
because
straight up that you didn't like
we
him.
were watching Rocky Horror, and
Yes.
we were doing call and response to Rocky
And
Horror.
I kept turning around and glaring into his eyes and reducing him to ash. Because...
And remember, I told him to get the fuck out of my house.
Yes. And
because
he had the nerve
I
to be
had
shocked.
enough, because he was so horrible. Everybody hated him, and he didn't know it. And don't you remember, he was like, "You've never talked to me like this before."
What do you mean you don't like me? Every time you come over, we tell you to shut your fucking mouth. I mean, we hated him so much that we would be absolutely horribly rude to him, like to his face, because we didn't care. Because he was so terrible, and it was like, get the fuck out, we hate you. And that night, he finally realized, no, we fucking mean it, we're not trying to be funny.
Because remember, I told him, I said, get the fuck out of my house. Do you remember?
Yes.
And he's like, you've never talked to me like that before.
And I thought, and I had the theory later, that everyone his entire life has always talked to him that way, and he just assumes everyone thinks he's great, and that's just the way people are. And it's like, no, you're terrible, get the fuck out.
And I remember in my mind, I was just like, shut the fuck up, you little closet queen. Get the fuck out of my house. And it turned out I was right.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, but...
Little fucking closet queen.
And, I mean, and it wasn't just your house, it was my house. How...
Oh, yeah, even my very, very, very dear friend, whose name I won't say because we're talking bad about somebody.
But
who is good friends with him,
he would
doesn't have anything to do.
He would take him everywhere he went, even though we would tell him, I am inviting you to my house.
Yeah.
Because I want you to be there, but you need to understand I am not inviting that. I'm not inviting that piece of shit. So, when you come over, you better be alone.
Yeah, but even he, who is the Lord of Tolerance, doesn't have anything to do with Kai anymore.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I nearly started screaming at both of them the time that it was like my birthday or something. Was it birthday? Was it Oscar party? I don't remember. But I know I was having a great time, and then the door opened and both of them walked in, and it was like, what are you doing?
And the really sad thing about it was he was actually kind of cute.
I mean, I don't want to say he's the worst person in the world, but
He
he's
was
like second to third worst.
Cute, but god damn it, but then he opened his mouth and he had a personality. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, he needed to just never ever speak. That would be so much better.
There's
so many men who are like that. There's so many men who would be totally doable if they would just never ever speak.
I know, it's just like, you're so cute, just shut the fuck up and get into bed.
Yes. Do not open your mouth until I have something to put in it.
And then leave in the morning.
Yeah. Well, or just, you better be gone before I fall asleep, because I don't trust you in my house.
Oh, I would have trusted him in my house as far as that goes. But
not me.
I would have not wanted to deal with him in the morning.
I know, but you trusted lots of people who stole from you. So
that's
that
true.
Doesn't, your trusting him doesn't help. But what a piece of shit. I have another story. I do. Okay. I do. It also, but this one involves the Duchess more directly. This is a they be stupid. This is a oh my god, she's so stupid. What did I used to call those when I would do things about the narcissisters and how stupid they are? I've done multiple episodes about how fucking awful and stupid my sisters are. But the Duchess, the other night, I'm gonna try to get through this quickly. This is not gonna be as long as the Helen story. Helen. Oh, Helen. Anyway, so the Duchess, I get a text to the all three sister text chat thing. Oh, you know what? I should pull it up. I should just read it. I should just oh God, she's texting me right now. I'm not gonna talk about that. Okay. Nerp. So, okay, a picture comes in of like, she's taking a picture of like a computer screen with bottles of supplements on it. And she says, Dad's been seeing this commercial and saying he wants to try them, so just ordered. Can't hurt, right? Even if he just takes a few a week, it could give him a boost.
I'm a little afraid.
I want to point out.
Sure, yeah.
I want to point out. This bottle says fruits, and this bottle says veggies. And I'm going to name the company because Balance of Nature. Some goddamn snake oil shit. I'm gonna name the company over and over again because I didn't know anything about this shit. It infuriates me. Okay, so I said, without knowing anything, I'm just responding to her text. Are they just vitamins or is there fiber and stuff in them? Because he can't complain if they're huge because he doesn't like large capsules.
Oh, okay.
And then the valedictorian says, oh yeah, I remember him seeing those commercials. Stupid commercials. So Duchess says, they say they suggest pairing it with their fiber product, so I would guess no fiber, although it says it contains the whole fruits and vegetables.
Oh, God.
Valedictorian, so between those and V8, maybe he will get some benefits, LOL. So I'm trying to look things up about them.
Yeah.
At this point, I will say I didn't realize she had already ordered them and was just telling us. I want to do one quick backtrack that a couple of years ago, the Duchess made a list of all the things that needed doing, and then we were all to take our assignments from that list, and pills is one of my responsibilities. I keep track of all of his...
I remember that.
All of the supplements. That. I buy all of the supplements. I keep track of all of his prescriptions. I make sure he has supply. I do reordering. I do refills, whatever I need. Anyway, so I'm the pill bitch. Why did she not consult with me first? So I say, I mean, what's the dosage on them? He could probably get away with one a day because he's used to taking nothing. And then I said, okay, I just looked them up, and I'm not a fan of how they don't list what vitamins, etc. are even in them. They're making a lot of claims on their website, but not backing it up with more than saying, hey, look, fruit! And the Duchess says, they're not selling them as vitamins. They're selling them as fruit and vegetable supplements.
Oh, God.
They tell you exactly what vitamins, I think she meant vegetables and fruits, are in them, so that's something. The daily dose is 3 capsules of each type, which he definitely doesn't need, but one from time to time is really all I'm talking about.
Oh, God.
And that was when I stopped replying. But not before... Because, of course, their website did not give you any cost until you were deep into the bowels of it and actually putting...
it's just bullshit.
Yeah. You had to be like committing to them and giving them your information before they're going to tell you how much the shit costs. But I did find out that Amazon sells them, and I will say that what I found was, from Amazon you could get a special deal of 2 bottles of the fruits and 2 bottles of the vegetables, which is, if you take their full dosage, like they say, that's only a 2-month supply.
Yeah.
For $179.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I found out when I was there last night, she has already purchased 1 bottle of each, which is probably somewhere in the realm of $80 to $90.
God.
And
You
I
know,
want to
just stick a carrot up your ass twice a
Well,
day,
you
and you'll
know,
get the same benefit.
that morning, because this was a Sunday where I had been there and made his breakfast. And he ate a banana that morning because he wanted waffles, and I said, do you want me to make the banana topping? And he said, sure. So I cut up a banana and I mixed it with the maple syrup and some butter, and I heated that up and poured it over the waffles, which makes him eat an entire banana without arguing about it. So one bite of banana. I want to tell you, I was so angry that I could not stop looking. So each one of these, let's just talk about the fruits, like one or the other. I can't remember which one is 15 and which one is 16, but let's say they both have. So like the fruits are like, there's 15 different fruits, like apple, pear, banana, guava, whatever. They don't have the fiber, so they're basically juicing these things, and then taking the liquid that comes out and then dehydrating it to make it into a powder. And if you look at the size of the capsules, you're talking milligrams.
Yeah.
One bite of an apple would give you way more apple than 3 of those pills. Because it's, each one of those capsules has like 15 fruits in it. Yeah. And none of the fiber, because you have to buy their giant jug of fiber, their giant bucket of fiber. You have to order that separately and take that separately. I didn't even look at how much you have to take of that every day.
Oh, God.
But she... Spending dad's money.
I know, because it's not her money.
It's never her money. It's his money. And I was so livid. But I told the story yesterday in therapy because all of my therapy pretty much was talking about the Duchess and just how all these little things in the past week or so have just been keeping me right on the edge of that knife, And I'm telling her the story of the thing, and she's like, wait a minute. She can't be that dumb. She goes, what is her job? And I said, she works in advertising, which means she knows.
That says
she knows that advertising is a bunch of bullshit to make you buy stupid crap you don't need.
Well, yeah.
And yet, she's the most gullible person. And my therapist threw her head back and was howling with laughter at how stupid my sister is.
I know. But you know what would have made those things worthwhile? If they were suppositories.
Oh, yeah.
Because it would just go right into the system.
And then you'd poop right away.
And it'd be instant nutrients.
But, like, he's eating food. It's not even enough. And because there is no... When I say that there's no, like the nutrition label... literally only lists the ingredients. It doesn't say there's this much vitamin C and this much potassium.
I know, it's all a bunch of horse shit.
It doesn't even say, it's valuable because of all these nutrients. For all we know, it's just fucking dust. It's just dust.
Dust.
It's fucking dust in a capsule. Dust. And it has no benefit whatsoever. And then on top of that, she's saying, well, maybe, one of these capsules every once in a while. Oh, so less than nothing then. We're going to spend $80. But
that's not even going to give you any benefit.
Even if he took the full dosage, he's getting nothing. So now he's getting slightly less than 1/6 of nothing.
Oh, God.
Maybe a couple times a week.
I tell you, the only benefit is, a carrot up the ass. That's it.
Fucking refuse to ever put one of those capsules into any of his pill cups. I'm gonna have to be there on Saturday because it's Dad's birthday.
Bless her heart.
I'm not.
Bless her heart.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoy our show, please take a moment to rate and review us wherever you listen.
If you send us a screenshot of your review, we'll send you a Bitchen Boutique sticker.
Everyone loves stickers! Please subscribe or add us to your favorites wherever you get your podcasts.
Subscribers get new episodes first and are also more attractive.
Drop us a line anytime at PitneyAndAmelia@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. How did we get to that topic?
Oh,
We were talking
God, I
about
don't
your little
even know.
short pants. We were
Oh,
talking about your
because I said Little Bo Peep.
Oh, little Bo Peep.
And he
She's
just
lost
thought,
her
oh, she
sheep.
was such a good singer.
And she doesn't know where to find them. But lacking a lass, I am up to my ass in some dirty old sheep. I love her.
You sound just like her.
I
Oh my
know,
God.
because I worship her amazing talentlessness. I mean, she has two enormous talents.
Well,
then there's,
yes, she did.
you know.
She did have those.
She was amazing.
She had those.
I love her. She was one of the best things in that movie.
I
sure.
love those.
My those? Or just those in general?
I just love those as a concept.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.